Welcome to Rebel Chaser. My name is Gail, and I've got a video for you from your all-time favorite judge, not Judge Nelson in Texas. And this is actually a part 2. We have seen this couple before. Mom left her son home basically alone on the night of 4th of July. And he was way too young to be home alone. And Dad is fighting to gain custody. So I'll let you guys watch.
All right, we're now on the record. This is Bell County College number 24 BFAM 348,732. This is in the interest of Augustine, minor child. All right, an original petition establishing parent-child relationship was filed in this matter back in 2024. The temporary orders. Anyway, the court will know for the record that, like I said, started as an original petition in suit affecting parent-child relationship. Mr. Tanaka has made an appearance on behalf of Mr. Sterling in this matter, and is present. The court appointed Mr. Burnhall to be the enlightenment, and he's present in this matter, and the state is present with Mr. Gwynn. Anyway, we had a temporary order in this matter back from February 20th of this year.
There was a nunc on the beginning of March, Judge.
Sorry?
There was a nunc pro tunc temp order done at the beginning of March.
Okay, I see that now. But that was just a clerical correction. So anyway, that's the order we're operating under at this time. Court will know for the record the parties are present, the attorneys are present.
Yeah.
So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and ask the state to make an opening statement at this time and tell the court what the state's requesting we do here today. This is their cause of action. Then I go to Mr. Tanaka to make an opening on behalf of his client, and then to Mr. for his on behalf of his client. Miss Augustine, I do not usually let pro se litigants make opening statements. The lawyers are just trying to tell me what's at issue here legally, and lay people don't usually get that right. At the end of the hearing, the court does allow closing statements and arguments, so that's a vast area that you will be allowed to do make your closing statement and an argument that you for what you requested the court to do here today. But like I said, I'll save that for the final. However, if there's a circumstance that the court feels like it might be necessary for you to make an opening statement, or if you feel like you need to open it, I'll go ahead and entertain that after the lawyers get through with theirs. So at this time, Mr. You're up. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. State is seeking to finalize this order, but states of the understanding that's very likely going to be or not likely, but there's a potential this is going to be a case of flipped custody. So, largely state is going to defer to the other parties as far as what will lead to the determination of that. However, based on previous testimony from the temporary orders hearing, state is completely prepared with numbers, regardless of what the outcome might be. So.
All right, thank you. Mr. Tanaka.
Thank you, Judge. Good morning. My name is Jonathan Tanaka. I represent the father, Mr. Quentin Sterling, in this matter. The child was born in April 2024. Today, you will hear several concerning facts regarding the child's mother, how she has repeatedly and voluntarily placed the child with other people who are not the parents of the child, even when the child was very young. Gave the child to her ex-husband for some time, her mother, her friend, signed in a POA so that the child could live with my client in May 2025. You will also hear today how she was arrested for leaving her children alone overnight from at least 2:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. in the morning. Quincy was 2 months old at that time. The oldest child left home alone was 7 years old. You will hear how CPS did remove the children from her because of this, and how she is currently on a 5-year felony probation for child abandonment and child neglect. You will also hear today how she has at times completely blocked off my client from having any communication or visitation with a child. We also have concerns about her drinking, using not really having a support system. And in contrast, you will hear today how my client has been there for the child and the mother before birth, at birth, and after birth, how he has raised four other children who are doing very well in life and in education. He has a very strong track record of a great co-parenting relationship with the other two mothers. In fact, his ex-wife came here last hearing and testified that he is a great father, does a great job at parenting, no safety concerns, a very safe, clean home, plenty of room for Quincy, and how there's a great daycare next door to his house. Today, we are asking that my client be appointed as a sole managing conservator of the child with the exclusive right to determine where the child lives. This is based off of Texas Family Code 153004. It says in subsection B, again, 153004, that the court may not appoint joint managing conservators if there is a history of past or present child neglect. And that is exactly what has happened in this case. Child neglect. She left not only Quincy, but other young children home alone most of the night. We are asking that mom be awarded a standard possession order visitation schedule with specific days and times for electronic communication. We propose Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 6 to 6:30 p.m. Central, and that they continue to communicate via app close as they have successfully done. We are asking that she be ordered to pay guideline child support. And we are again asking that the child's last name be changed to Sterling. If that is something that you would order, Judge. And that is all. Thank you very much.
All right, Mr. Atlanta.
My requests are, I'm going to try and be quick about it, but my requests are that the conservatorship switch in this case, that Mr. Sterling be named the sole managing conservator, and Miss Benjamin be named the possessory conservator, that the medical support and dental support be ordered to be carried and provided by Mr. Sterling, or the insurance be carried by Mr. Sterling with medical support request at $58 each month and dental support of $12 each month. I believe that would make child support in this case $280 a month as well. And I believe the state will have questioning on that, or I will have questioning on that as well, to verify all of those numbers. My request regarding the child's last name is that the Sterling be added as the last name. I believe the temporary order already did change his name officially to Quincy Augustine Sterling. I'm not sure if Sterling got moved to the middle as a middle name, or if it's a first last name. So just clarification on that. App close is already being used by the parties. I think it should be continued to be used. I do believe a geo restriction to Bell County is appropriate for this case. I'm not requesting any retroactive child support to be paid by either parent to the other parent in this case. Possession and access, I think, would be fine as a standard possession order. One of the parties is in Temple and one is in Killeen. I believe that meeting in Belton, maybe at the Belton Sheriff's Office, or a police station there off of Main Street, or Central Street would be appropriate for the case if needed, as a good central halfway location and also a safe and secure location as well. Court costs in this case should be waived due to both Mr. Sterling's prior military service and I believe Miss Benjamin's status as a recipient of 4D services. So court costs should be waived. And then assuming the case is made final today, I would request to be released 30 days after the entry of the order. And that's all I have, Judge.
All right. All right, Ms. Augustine, I know you're actually for the exact opposite of all those items. So, again, that's why I don't necessarily need an open statement, but the court did, those are just statements, ma'am. The court gets to make all decisions. So I'm getting ready to go ahead and swear everyone in who's going to testify. I'm going to invoke the rule, which puts Miss Colette Sterling into a separate room by herself. Miss Sterling, it's deal, ma'am. Once you're in the breakout room, you're now allowed to text, call anyone involved with this case. You're not allowed to go on YouTube and watch the case on live video. So again, you're not we want to get a clear and concise and information from you based on what you actually know and something that make sure that's not something you heard during other folks' testimony that you need to that you might try to might influence you. But anyway, I'm getting ready to go ahead and swear everyone in, and then like I said, I will put you in that breakout room. You're now allowed to discuss this case with anyone except the attorneys until I release you, and I always release the witnesses at the end of the hearing. So at this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Sterling, Miss Sterling, and Miss Augustine all to raise your right hands. And Miss Augustine, you muted yourself. You need to unmute yourself and turn back on your audio and try to find a spot and stay and remain in that one spot, ma'am, if you can. All right, thank you. All right, raise your right hands, please, folks. Each of you solemnly swear or affirm your testimony going to give here today is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you.
I do.
Miss Augustine?
I do.
All right, and Miss Sterling?
Yes.
All right, you're all under oath. Miss Sterling, like I said, I'm going to move you to that breakout room. When it's your turn to testify, I'll bring you out, ma'am. But you all can put your hands down. And now I'm going to go ahead and move you to your breakout room. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
All right, she is now in that room. And so at this time,
I'm happy to start the questioning if Mr. Gwynn and Mr. Tanaka are okay with that.
okay, well,
That's fine with me.
When's the start, and technically, Mr. Tanaka, after that, you're dead, and you're the tail dog. Well, if you're in my fraternity, you would be the tail dog, Mr. Bremha, but we wouldn't let you in. Okay, so
if they're okay deferring, I'm happy to go first.
okay. Anyway, so based on that, either you have an objection, Mr. Bremha, going first, please.
No objections, Judge. For the sake of efficiency, I would prefer to, if I had any questions, I would like to go last. Just
I know the attorney general
completely,
but Mr. Tanaka would obviously have the opportunity to go next. So, and my understanding is you're okay with Mr. Bremha going. Is that correct, Mr. Tanaka?
Yes, Your Honor. That's totally fine. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Bremha, go ahead and call your first witness, please, sir.
Okay, before I call Mr. Sterling as my first witness, I had circulated, I believe, 10 exhibits by email. The exhibits that I circulated, one was an official jail record obtained from the Bell County Sheriff's Office pertaining to Miss Benjamin. Another is a news article of Miss Benjamin's arrest from the local Fox station. The next 5 are all copies of the official legal documents for Miss Benjamin's felony case. And then I have I have a payment record from the state indicating the payment that Mr. Sterling has made towards his temporary child support. And then there are a proof of health insurance and a proof of dental insurance. So I believe that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 and 3. I have 10. Yeah, I have 10 that I would seek to admit up front, and then I might have 2 others that if I need them, I'll go and admit those in isolation later.
Right then, well, it's I've got your exhibits. They haven't been pre-marked as 1 through 10, but obviously we can take care of that. Mr. Tanaka, did you get your copy? And Ms. Augustine, did you get your copy? And Mr. Gwynn, did you get your copy of the exhibits?
Yes, sir.
We got it. No objections from us, Your Honor.
All right, Mr.
I
Gwynn.
received no objections from the state.
Items 1 through 10 coming in?
I'm sorry, might have cut out. No objections from the state.
All right, Ms. Augustine, I know you're not a lawyer, but do you have any objection to court taking this information into consideration as evidence in this case? The other 2 attorneys have not have an objection. If you do have an objection, you need to tell the court what the objection is and why you're asking it for it. But at this time, you have a legal objection, ma'am, and you're muted again.
No, sir.
All right. So ad litems 1 through 10 are admitted. You may proceed at this time, Mr. Brett Hall. Call your first witness.
Okay, Judge, for the sake of reference, would the court prefer these exhibits be referred to? Or should I just number them?
Since
Do you want me
we're
to?
doing it online and everybody and they weren't displayed as part of your own screen, then you just refer to the document by the name that's on the document itself, whatever it is. Okay.
Okay, and then I'll number them and send them.
The order you send them out, the order I got it, you number 1 through 10.
Okay.
But you say number 1, number 2, number 3, but identify what the item is. Thank you.
That exactly, yes. Okay, that's precisely what I'll do. Okay. All right, Mr. Sterling, you're my first witness. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Would you please state your full name?
Quincy Eugene Sterling, Senior.
Okay, and now, there were 2 witnesses that were here on your behalf this morning. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. My mother, Colette Sterling, and my ex-wife, Nia Sterling, she had to step back out in the classroom. But whenever we need to, she told me just to give her a text and she would step back outside.
Okay. So is she gonna? I know she testified at the temporary hearing. Is she gonna be able to testify again today?
Yes, sir. She just needs a heads up, so I can just send her a message and let her know. She just wasn't able to secure sub.
Okay. If she's not able to testify today, do you think it would be appropriate and beneficial for the court to re-listen to her or review her testimony from the temporary hearing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Judge, I believe the timestamp on that is 13 minutes through 20 minutes on the first recording.
I recall the testimony. I recall the witness of the testimony, Mr. Brevall, but yeah, necessary. So thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Sterling, what city do you live in?
Killeen, Texas.
And how long have you lived in Killeen, Texas?
I believe since 1991.
Okay. And is your family also located in the Bell County area?
Yes, sir, they are.
Which family members are specifically in the Bell County area?
I have my mother here. I have my aunt here. I have all of my cousins. I have 2 male cousins and 1 female cousin here. I have my sister that is located here. And that is my immediate family as far as in here, and as well as my kid. Well, yes, sir.
Okay. And how many total children do you have?
5.
And how many of those children are under the age of 18?
18, 3.
And one of those 3 is the child in this case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you have 2 other minor children and 2 other adult children, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Regarding your 2 other minor children, that you have with your ex-wife, is there a legal order pertaining to those children?
Yes, sir. We have during our divorce, we agreed to joint custody 50-50. And currently our kids, I carry all the insurance, the medical and so forth, and we spend a week on and week off with each other's residence.
I guess what I'm asking is there is a legal order, like y'all have a divorce decree that you follow?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we do.
Okay. All right.
Apologies.
And y'all are following it to the best of your abilities, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, we are.
And you're co-parenting in a successful manner, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, regarding the health insurance and dental insurance that you have available for all of your children, but in particular Quincy, what type of health insurance is available to you for Quincy?
Quincy's on the Prime TRICARE Select for retirees, and so essentially one that established allows him to go to any facility that accepts TRICARE. He does have a primary care provider here locally, but as far as that, yes, sir, that's kind of what it refers to.
Okay. And one of the exhibits that was pre-admitted before the hearing is a letter from the Department of Defense. It's actually addressed to Quincy. I'm assuming it was sent to you, though. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And it states that Quincy does have coverage through TRICARE. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
All right. So, Judge, I'm just going to refer to that one as number one, the Department of Defense letter from here on out. So the health insurance is number one. And then I believe you also provided copies of dental insurance cards.
They're already admitted. I'm going to go ahead and where there's not absolutely no confusion, you go ahead and mark those as is, as you're stating them right now, and then you resubmit those to me with your markings on it that way. Because again, I got 10 separate documents, and I'm not sure if they're all in the right order. I'll have you resubmit those to me, and I'll have those as my evidence. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Judge. Yes, I will do that after the hearing. So the health insurance document is number one. The dental insurance document is number two. And I believe this one actually shows that your other children and yourself are also on the same dental plan. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And is that the same case for the health insurance as well?
Yes, sir, it is. It's just when I went to the DEERS enrollment website, it allows you to select all your kids. I just selected one for Quincy.
Okay,
but if need be, I can provide one where to show that they're all enrollment. But I just thought this case needed just Quincy's.
That's fine. That's fine. The cost of the dental insurance, are you paying $70.22 each month for the dental insurance?
Yes, sir.
And again, that covers you and your 5 dependents. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. So that number 70, just rounding down, 70 divided by 6 is approximately $12. Correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Give or take. Okay. All right. Are you requesting dental support be set at $12?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's $11.66, but rounding up 12. Okay. Same for the medical. You're paying, and that's $70.22 is each month, by the way. Is that right?
Correct. Yes, sir. It is.
Okay. And the cost of the health insurance, is it $349.50 each month?
Yes, sir. It is.
And same situation, that covers you and all of your 5 dependents. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. So again, rounding and dividing by 6, 58 is what I have calculated should be 1/6 portion for Quincy. Are you in agreement with that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then I believe that if her testimony is the same from the temporary hearing, that Miss Benjamin will her income, if it is the same from the temporary hearing, her child support would be equal to $280 a month. And that would be paid starting May or June, depending on whatever the court winds up ordering. But are you in agreement with $280 a month?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that takes into account that she has 4 other children as well?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. Now, regarding conservatorship, are you asking that Quincy come and stay at your house as the conservator who establishes the residence of the child?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. And are you asking that yourself to be actually the sole managing conservator?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. And is that in part based on the plea of guilty that was entered by Miss Benjamin in her criminal case?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And
specifically, let's see. There are 5 exhibits, I believe, that pertain to that. But one of in the indictment, in the indictment that let's just say the indictment's going to be number 3, I guess. The indictment lists that there are 3 counts, and the 3rd count actually pertains to the child in this case, Quincy. And then the order of deferred adjudication, there are three of them. The third order of deferred adjudication actually is the order in which that she pleads guilty and to that charge. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, regarding your specific information about her arrest, do you recall what day she was arrested?
I believe it was it was either the 4th or the 5th of July.
Okay. My jail record, which is exhibit number 7, shows that she was admitted on July 4th of 2024 and spent 10 days in jail. Is that, you don't have any information or evidence that would say otherwise, is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, so on July 4th, do you recall what happened, or I mean, I guess from your vantage point, what happened on July 4th?
Essentially, I received a phone call in the early morning hours, and she had informed me that the police were at her house and stated that she think that her ex-husband, or husband at the time, was had called the police, and we spoke. And since she was asking if I was able to come get Quincy, and I told her, yeah, I will be able to come get him. I think there was a hiccup because of with CPS, I wasn't on the birth certificate. And after that, she was arrested. The next time we had a conversation was when she was in Bell County.
Okay. So did she call you before her arrest, or were you her phone call from the jail?
It was before her. It was before her arrest. I believe it was still why KPD was still conducting or surveying what happened, and she was waiting. She told me that they were waiting for CPS to come.
Okay. And were you able to obtain Quincy at that time?
No, sir.
What did she tell you about why the police were there and what all was going on?
Essentially, it was that she had left, and one of her kids had called his dad, and I believe it's something along the lines like she was they were hungry, or that she had left them home, and then after that he contacted police, and she was thinking that this was kind of just his way of getting back at her, and that is what happened.
Did you talk to any police officers that night or no?
I did not. I did not go to the scene, no, sir.
Okay. Do you know what happened to Quincy and all the rest of her children? Or, I mean, I guess in particular Quincy, because he's the subject of the case. But do you know what happened to the
Sir,
children?
Yes.
testify to what the mother has told you or something you saw as an eyewitness. You cannot testify to anything someone else told you, that even if it was the DA's office or the sheriff's department or KPD, that's still hearsay. So only what the mom told you or what you actually saw, sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Did the mom tell you where the children went?
Yes, sir. So she told me that the CPS had picked them up, but her ex-husband, excuse me, was coming from Louisiana to pick the kids up while they were in custody, or while they were in CPS custody.
Okay. All right. Let's step back a little bit from that. Quincy was born April the 30th. Is that right? He'll be 2 in about a week. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this incident in question happened when he was about little over 2 months old. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And okay. And your understanding of the situation is that Miss Benjamin stepped out and left her other children in charge of Quincy. Is that right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And do you know the age of the oldest child that was left in charge?
I believe it was 7 years old, sir. I believe there were 3 kids there. I believe the oldest was 7.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, did regarding so regarding your relationship with Quincy prior to this incident, what was your relationship like with Quincy and Miss Benjamin?
Prior to this, I would say it was mutual. I was able to see Quincy. I would say roughly anywhere between 1 or 2 times a month. I was there when Quincy was born. I cut the umbilical cord. Afterwards, I was able to see Quincy from time to time. She would bring Quincy by, and we kind of had essentially a mutual.
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
I was just saying we had a mutual understanding. There wasn't any, I guess you would say, like any friction between the two of us at that time.
Okay. So for those roughly 2 months, if you can recall, how frequently did you see Quincy? Are we talking every week, every couple days?
I think it's safe to say essentially like every other week.
Okay. Was it for an extended period of time or was it just for a couple hours?
For a couple hours.
Okay. And then after this incident, so I guess maybe 6 to 10 times or so, maybe in that 2 months that you saw him. Maybe
Yeah, I would. Yeah, something roughly around
somewhere
there.
in
Yes,
there.
sir.
Okay. All right. After the incident, what was your involvement with Quincy like? What was it allowed to be? Were there any restrictions on it?
After that, I wasn't able to see Quincy pretty much at all. She, at the time from there, when she was released from when she was released from jail from county, I do believe she went into and I'm saying this firsthand because we spoke. She went into a shelter, and at that time she was restricted on when she could leave and where she could go, and the time she had to report back. So I would see Quincy, give or take, maybe once a month or so forth, along that nature. That was up until she finally moved into her own apartment, and I was able to see Quincy a little bit more then, and that was at the time where she actually, I believe it was in May. As a matter of fact, it was May because it was the week of my birthday, where she had signed a power of attorney. She was dealing with some mental health issues and things like that, and she needed a break, and she allowed Quincy to come live with me, and that lasted for less than a week.
Okay, so Quincy actually lived with you for less than a week, and that was in 2025 or 2024?
2020. Sorry, that was last. Yeah, that was last May.
Okay, all right.
2025.
Okay. And then was there any I believe at the time period you testified that you hadn't seen Quincy for roughly 8 months, is that correct?
That was afterwards, yes, sir. After that event, I hadn't seen Quincy. From after May, I wasn't able to see Quincy anymore. Or I didn't see Quincy.
Okay.
Our communication, that's when she blocked me, and she sent me an email, told me to no longer contact her. If I needed to contact her, I had to call or contact 1 or 2 women, and she blocked me off.
Okay, so prior to the court's temporary order, which was put in place in February of this year, you had actually gone from May of 25 to February of 26 without seeing Quincy. Is that correct or not correct?
Yeah, I think that's safe to say, yes, sir.
Did you see him at all during the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. Since the temporary order, you were given a number of periods of possession. Specifically, I believe you were just given a standard possession order, but you have had numerous periods of possession since the temporary order. Is that correct?
I want to make sure I hear you correctly. Are we referring to the time that I was from our last time in February that I was supposed to get Quincy?
Yes. So since the temporary order, which was put in place in February, you've had Quincy in your care and possession numerous times. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's correct.
Okay. And I believe it's at least 5. Does that sound about right?
Yes, sir. I have my calendar here. I'm sorry.
So the first weekend that I have that I want to ask you about is the weekend or dates of February 20th to the 22nd.
Correct.
Do you recall those dates and that weekend?
Yes, sir.
Um, I guess this would have been the first time you had seen Quincy since May of the preceding year. Is that right?
Correct. Yes, that was right after it was initiated. I believe it was the same day we had court. I was picked up Quincy that afternoon.
Okay. And you had him for, I guess, the two following overnights and then returned him on the Sunday. Is that right?
Yep. Correct. Yes, sir.
Was there anything, uh, I mean, was it a fine visit? Did it okay? Did it go okay?
Yeah. Yes, sir. It was. Yeah. There was nothing that stood off or that made it friction. As far as it was there when I got to the door, she handed Quincy off, and we went there. I mean, I picked him up. Excuse me, and we went home, and that was essentially it. And it was essentially the same thing upon returning Quincy back to Miss Benjamin.
So there was no fighting or arguing between you and Miss Benjamin during the visit or leading up to
No,
it? Okay.
no, sir. We never, our interactions has been, hey, he's not feeling well, or here, hello, bye. There was never as much as small talk there. It didn't exceed that. Only talk that we had has been through that.
Y'all use, I was going to ask you about that just here in a minute, but yeah, y'all use the app Close Co-Parenting app, correct?
Yes, sir, we do.
And y'all y'all connected on that. Do you recall when you first connected on that?
I believe I downloaded the app that Friday that we were instructed by court, and I believe it was that, if I'm not mistaken, it was that Friday. I initiated it, went through there. I believe she was a little bit later connecting, but from there, that's as all communication been through. There's been no outside communications, phone, text messages, FaceTime, or anything outside of that app.
Okay, yeah. So y'all signed up on the first available day, is that right?
Yes, sir. And I can pull up I can pull up
That's
our
fine.
conversation and
That's fine. That's fine. In your app close messages, if we were to admit them, they're not admitted into evidence, but if we were to admit them into evidence, would the court see any swearing, profanity, anything of an unkind or violent nature between the two of y'all?
nothing on my answer. There will
Okay.
be no, I can testify there's no swearing or anything like that.
Okay.
And that was,
No F words, no N words, no
oh, no,
name,
no, 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 no,
no
sir.
name,
No,
name,
nothing,
no name calling, nothing like
no,
that.
sir. No,
Okay.
nothing at all.
Would you characterize the communication you've had with Miss Benjamin to be professional, courteous, and organized
Are you referring to my end or just in general?
in general?
I think it's safe to say for the most part, it's been mutual. It's been decent. There are times frustration, but other than that, no, nothing outlandish.
Okay, all right. Let's move on to the next time you saw Quincy. I believe from that visit in February, your next one wasn't until the first weekend in March. Is that right?
Correct. It was March 6th. Originally, when we spoke, I got him on the 20th, and we spoke about getting him on the 27th. And then I sent a message to her on the app close that she asked was I going to get him this weekend. And originally, I said yes, and then I backtracked and I told her I want to stick to.
Hold on a second. Hold on. So the first period of possession you had was February 20 to February 22, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. And so I just want to make sure I'm not confused. Are you saying that y'all had talked about extending to the 27th of February?
Oh no, my apologies. No, we had I had messaged her. She asked if I was going to get him next week, and I originally said yes. And then I reverted back and I told her, hey, I want to stick to the court orders, which stated I was supposed to get him the first Friday of the month. So that put us March 6th, and that's what we
Okay.
had.
Okay, I see. So your next visit was the first weekend of March, starting on Friday the 6th and ending on the 8th. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, regarding that visit, was there anything noteworthy or dramatic or anything the court should know in particular about that visit?
No, sir.
It was just a good time, normal visitation with you and Quincy, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So let's move on to the next one then. I believe the next time that you had him was for the spring break. Is that correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And do you recall the time period?
Yes, that was spring break. I was able to pick Quincy up on the 19th and that Thursday after school and went all the way until the following. I returned him on the 20. I believe I returned him on Saturday the 28th. Uh, I'm
The
sorry. I'm thinking of Thursday before. I apologize. No, that was from the 20th all the way until the 29th. Um,
From the 20th to the 29th?
correct.
Okay. You didn't have him on the third. Well, were y'all using, which school calendar were y'all using to determine spring break?
KSD and Temple, they're the both same spring breaks.
They both have the same spring break?
Yes, sir.
They
Okay.
all extended it to Monday or Tuesday after spring break the next week. They kind of made it a 10-day deal. All Colleen, Temple, and Belton all did that. I'm thinking one did 9 days and the other one did 10, so it's longer than a week. That's why he's getting those dates, Mr. Revall. I was
Okay.
aware of that's his thing.
Okay. So you had him for more than a week for spring break. Um, did y'all have a good time? Was it a fun spring break?
Yes, sir. Very enjoyable. It's always
And
good time with Quincy.
okay. And you're employed by the school district, is that right?
That's correct.
So you actually had the same time period off as well, is that right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Um, do you recall any incidents either picking up or dropping off Quincy or any kind of fighting or encounter or other dramatic or you know, any kind of violent incident, anything like that?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Just, yeah, these are all the kind of basic questions. I'm going to ask you these same kind of questions about all of these different windows of period, but
Revall,
I guess
was there ever any? Let's not go through every one of them, okay?
okay.
We
There's
only
only two.
got about another 30 days, so let's get
Yeah,
into
yeah. There's
that.
only been two more. Is that right? Two more periods?
Yes, sir. It was on Good Friday and then on the 17th of April. April 3rd, I'm sorry, April 3rd, and then on the 17th. April 3rd was the day we were out of school, so I actually picked Quincy up a day before, pertaining to the court order that allowed me to pick him up that Thursday since there was no school on Friday.
Okay. And so the last two visits that you had, again, anything noteworthy that the court should know about or hear about? Any arguments, fighting, police encounters, anything like that?
No, sir. The only thing was that on Saturday, I contacted her and asked her, excuse me, when I picked him up that Thursday, I asked if I could drop him off a day earlier rather than Sunday. Can I drop him off Saturday? Um, and she agreed, and that was it.
Okay. All right. So all of the periods of possession that you've had since the temporary order have been fine or great or normal by all accounts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, if Quincy is placed with you, going forward, you're essentially what you've been doing for the last 2 months. Ms. Benjamin will be doing going forward. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Is that kind of what you're asking for? Is for y'all to switch places, swap places?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. And you're okay with her having a standard possession order, which would give her the Friday to Sunday that you used to have,
I'm okay with that. Yes, sir.
and the Thursdays that you used to have?
Yes, sir.
And then obviously in the summertime, there's a whole chunk of time in the summer for 30 days. Is that, you're okay with that as well?
Correct. Yes, sir. Just the only thing I would ask is that she be respectful as I did. I acknowledged her. I was supposed to by court orders to let her know before April 1st of which chunk of time that I want to the 30 days and just kind of ask that in return, just so when it comes to making plans as far as going to water parks or anything like that, I can plan around that.
Okay. So yeah, obviously we're past April.
Based on under Texas law, they have to do it before the first. If they don't, it automatically goes. So They have that option of doing it, sir. So I can't order them I can't order them to automatically go ahead and pick the dates they want. Okay, because under Texas law, they have the option of doing it when they want to.
Yeah, so I think, Mr. Sterling, are you asking that she just be given some window of time to pick her 30 days since we're already past the 1st of April?
Well, yeah, I just want to say, so I originally selected, so I messaged her and told her I will pick him up the first 30 days in June. So I just want to make sure like that's not going to coincide. That won't be an issue, just because of the plans that I have for the summer. But other than that, there's no
Going
pushback or
forward,
any.
I'll leave it as is, and next year y'all can work it out or just follow with the dates as they fall. But right now, I would go with the dates of summer visitation you already set up, sir. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so all right, so I think I got it, but you already have some things planned in June when you already designated your time.
Correct.
Okay, so you're just asking that if the court changed custody, that Miss Tanisha not pick any days that coincide with your previously scheduled events.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Oh, I understand. Okay, I understand. All right. Regarding electronic communication, the temporary order had some electronic communication for 30-minute chunks, I guess up to 30 minutes, 3 days a week, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
And that's for both of y'all, for whoever doesn't have the child gets the 30 minutes, correct?
Yes, sir.
Have you all been doing that? And if so, by what app or what method have you been using to call each other?
We've been using the app Close to communicate, and for the most part, it's been relatively a smooth process. There's a time where I messenger and I just asked her, if when we had those conversations, if I'm able to see Quincy that he's in a suitable an environment, because, for example, there's been a couple of times where he's been at the park, and at the time, you have a 2-year-old or finna be 2-year-old, it's going to be hard to kind of, she's chasing around with the phone, and I understand, but he's a child. So I just kind of asked if for those 30 minutes, if we can just kind of be in a suitable situation to where I can at least just say bye. And I understand that 30 minutes is a long chunk of time. And so we relatively got to understanding that, if it was 10, 15 minutes, that was good enough.
Yeah. Okay. So y'all are doing great on that. Are you asking that continue?
Yes, sir. I'm fine with that. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now regarding the temporary child support, one of my exhibits, I'll go ahead and number it, number 8, is the payment record that was obtained from the Office of the Attorney General. And I can show it on screen. Let me show this one on screen. Okay, this is the payment record that was obtained from the Office of the Attorney General. It's been pre-marked or pre-admitted. I'm going to obviously mark this as number 8.
Popping up yet, Mr. Bimal. I got my copy. I'm looking at it, but it's not popping up on the screen yet.
Oh, can you see this on my screen?
It's there. It is there now. Thank you.
Oh, okay, good. So, number 1, I want to point out 2 things. Number 1, you made a payment on or about 4/17/2026 in the amount of $700, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out is I believe the NUNC changed the child support amount from March to $250 instead of $425. And so the payment record actually reflects that you're behind by I believe it reflects you're behind, but you're actually paid ahead, correct?
Correct. Yes. So originally the original case the original orders that came through stated that it was 425. But when we were in court last time, Your Honor said that because I paid the initial, I was required for the $500 for you, that he would offset that and lower the child support payment for that month to 250. And then that order was later amended and changed, and so that's what I was referring to you and my lawyer as. Or excuse me, I was referring to my lawyer as well.
Right. So the original temporary order contained an error which had 425 starting in March. The 425 was supposed to start in April, and March is supposed to be a one-time 250 payment, correct?
Correct. Yes. Yes.
And
Yes, sir.
that's what the corrected temporary order from March actually says, correct?
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So the amount listed here, it shows that you're 150 behind. You're not actually 150 behind. You're actually like $25 paid ahead, correct?
I believe so. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. That's all I wanted to note about that. Um, regarding um, regarding your residence, what type of dwelling do you have?
I have a 4-bedroom, 3 house. Excuse me, 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom house.
Okay. And are you uh, the sole owner of that residence?
Correct. Yes, sir. I am.
And how many total individuals are living in the house, including yourself?
It's in this case it would be 3. I have my daughters from joint custody. My 2 daughters, Chase and Charlie.
Okay. And your daughters are there, is it every other week or every other so many days?
It's every other week. Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's you and then your daughters are there part-time, half-time, something like that?
Yeah, have time. Yes, sir. Every other
Okay.
week. Yes, sir.
All right. And so if Quincy is there, it would just be you and Quincy and then your other two, the other, however often they're there, correct?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you said that there are 4 bedrooms. One of those is yours, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And then are the other 3 bedrooms designated for your 3 minor children?
That's correct. Yes, sir.
All right. Um, okay. And you have a working motor vehicle, is that right?
Yes, sir. I do.
All right. And you have an active driver's license?
Yes, sir. I do.
Do you have any prior um, criminal convictions after the age of 18?
No, sir.
Okay. Um, have you ever been involved in a CPS claim for abuse or neglect?
Uh, I I wasn't involved with it. Miss Benjamin uh, filed a case against me about uh, uh, abuse, and the case was thrown out for lack of evidence, and that was the only issue that ever happened.
Okay, CPS like came and showed up and then sent you a letter to rule out the
Oh,
claim
yes,
against.
sir. Yeah, yes, sir. She sent a documentation. Miss Benjamin had posted. I'm not. She had posted online essentially that stated that I was able to work around children and I had a case against me. I referred it to Miss Candy Ware, who's a CPS officer at the case. She then emailed my administration, told them that there was no such case happening and it's been dismissed, and that these allegations were false.
Okay, all right. Okay. Um, all right. Um, let's see. Let me look over my list real quick. Regarding your, I understand you can't predict the future. No one can, but to the best of your ability, do you have any intention over the next, let's just say, couple years to leave Bell County?
No, sir, I don't.
Okay. Your intention is to reside within Bell County, is that right? Or within the Central Texas area?
Yes, sir.
If the court put in place, or rather kept in place, because there already is a geographic restriction in place to Bell County. Do you know what I mean when I say the phrase geographic restriction?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, so there's already a geographic restriction to Bell County. If that was kept in place to just Bell County and Bell County only, are you in agreement with that, or would you request any change or modification to that?
We need to start speeding this up a little bit, sir. It's already 11:30. I know we got started late because of the incident with the illness of the child, but we do need to get some other witnesses, and we only probably got about an hour and 15 minutes left to do that. So let's try to speed this one up, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Yes. Okay. I guess two more questions in general. Regarding the geographic restriction, are you okay leaving it in place, or are you requesting any modification to it?
No, sir, I'm fine with that.
Okay. And then have you ever served in the United States Armed Forces?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay. And which branch and what years?
The United States Army from 2009 to 2012.
Okay. I will pass this witness so other attorneys can question.
All right, Mr. Tanaka, I'm gonna go with you first, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge. Sir, a couple of quick questions for you, and I'll try to be brief. And if you can keep your answers succinct, I think that would be great for everybody. Um, let's see here. So, Mr. Brimhall touched on the July 2024, Tanisha leaving the child unattended. Question is for you, have you ever known her to do something like this before on other occasions?
I have, yes, sir. Where
Okay.
she would just step out and left it to her children. Yes, sir.
Okay. How long would she leave the children unattended that you saw?
Uh, I can't give an exact amount, but for an extended amount of time.
Couple of hours, couple of minutes,
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I think that's a fair assessment.
couple of hours.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And give me a ballpark number. Did this happen like 5 times, 10 times, 30 times? What are we talking?
2 to 3 times.
Okay. Got it. All right. And let's briefly talk about this. I know we talked about it at the temp orders a bit, but so Mr. Brimhall touched on, she drafted a POA that she thought would give you custody of Quincy. Did she also pass Quincy around to other individuals in her life?
Yes, sir, she did.
And just kind of give me a brief snapshot. Who are those individuals that she gave Quincy to?
Well, she initially said earlier that she gave Quincy, when she was going through some emotional issues, that she gave Quincy to her mom. She allowed Quincy to go live
Mhm.
with a friend by the name of Key that we spoke about last time in court. She allowed him to go to her, as well as another friend when she was dealing with some mental issues.
Yeah, and speaking of mental issues, I kind of want to dive into that a bit. So, tell me what that exactly entailed. Was it depression? Was it like bipolar? Any idea what that was?
Uh, from our communication that we've had, it was more so depression. Just she said she just was going through a lot right now. She couldn't, the situation with her being shelter and the instability of the home and so forth. And she just, it was a bit much for her at the time. And that's when I kind of advocated more, Quincy can come live with me until you get on your feet, until you get situated, and we can move from there and play that by here.
Sounds good. Was she ever suicidal? Did she ever express suicidal tendencies to you?
To my understanding, no, sir.
Did she ever threaten harm of herself or the child?
No, sir. Not to my understanding.
Do you know if she got medications to help treat the depression?
I do know that she was seeing someone. I can't speak on if like she was actually taking medication and so forth.
Okay, no problem. And to your knowledge, she previously was divorced, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and does she have custody of all kids from that marriage? Do you know?
I have seen the kids there from our video conference. I'm not sure if she has all of them, but she stated that she does have all of the kids. I haven't physically myself. I've not seen all the kids in her present or in her space.
Okay, got it. So, and you also have other children, correct?
Yes, sir. I do.
Briefly tell me and the judge and everyone else here um, how they're doing as far as life goes, education goes, if you could, just very briefly.
Yes, sir. So my oldest son is currently going to technical school and currently working out. My daughter is technically a junior right now at North Dakota State University, studying biology. My next daughter from her is a current honor roll National Honor Society member at JD at a middle school here, and then my youngest daughter is also AB honor roll student here at the elementary that my wife currently works at. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. My ex-wife currently works at.
Mhm. Great. So, I mean, I would say it's probably fair to say that all of your other children are thriving as far as academics go. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And, we talked to your ex-wife last hearing, but I'll ask you again. I mean, do you have a very good co-parenting relationship with your ex-wife?
Oh, for sure. Yes, sir. I do.
And she's spoken very highly of you as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
Um, are there any issues that she has with you?
No, sir.
how do you help your children as far as academics go, would you say?
Well, first and foremost, as I said before, academics is the foundation of what I believe in. I also believe that having a piece of paper that states, higher education will open more doors than not having one will. So I'm very stickler about the grades, on their grades, constantly about homework, missing work, and things of that nature. So
Okay.
education is a priority.
Yes, sir. And I guess diving into like the nitty-gritty, do you help them out with homework?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir, I do.
Right.
Anything they need. Now, when it comes to math, that's not my strong suit, but I can do what I can.
Yes, sir. And extracurriculars, if they're involved in those, do you attend those with your children?
Yes, sir, I do. My oldest daughter is currently right now playing tennis at JDA. She actually has a honor roll award ceremony at 150 today. My youngest daughter's in gymnastics, and so yes, sir, I do.
Right. And you attend all the parent-teacher meetings?
Correct. Yes, sir, I do.
Perfect. Okay. And do you have reliable transportation
Yes,
for
sir.
Quincy? Okay.
Yes, sir, I do.
And does he have his car seat?
Yes, sir. He has a car seat. Yes, sir.
Are you on any governmental assistance of any kind?
No, sir, I'm not.
Okay. And would you say you're financially able to provide for Quincy's needs?
Yes, sir, I am.
So we talked about, medical insurance. I want to touch on just medical issues, kind of the opposite aspect. Are there any ongoing medical issues that Quincy is diagnosed with or struggles with?
Yes, sir. Diagnosed with asthma, but he's had an ongoing respiratory issue since he's been a few months old, and so that's kind of one of those things. Definitely want to get to the underlying issue about, but yes, sir, he has.
Okay. And what steps are you personally taking or have taken to address the respiratory issues?
As far as that, communicating with Ms. Benjamin in regards to how he's doing, I've secured my own breathing apparatus on my own. So when he's in my possession, that he has that. I've talked to Mr. Brimhall. My steps for there is once he's in my possession to go get him a full body scan and to get him with a pediatric respiratory specialist to kind of get to the bottom line of what's with the ongoing issues.
Okay. And do you attend all the medical appointments, follow treatment plans, that kind of thing?
I have not been invited to any medical appointments or anything of that nature, but moving forward, if I am, I will be there.
Okay. So has Miss Benjamin been the one to initiate that treatment then, or have there just been no appointments at all at this point?
My understanding, there's only been emergency room visits.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have any concerns with the way the child's mother handles?
Mr. Sterling, are you aware of does the child have a treating pediatrician?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Can you repeat?
Does the child have a pediatrician at this time that you know of?
Not to my understanding. I do not know.
Okay. Okay. Well, I was thinking that where you were talking, I thought he already had one. So, okay. Thank you. You may proceed, Knocker. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge. And again, Mr. Sterling, ideally, I would imagine you would have wanted to get this set up, but really until February, you really had just no access at all to the child, correct?
Yes, sir. That's true.
And you were blocked and no communication with mom, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
So even though, deep down you wanted to be involved, get your son on, the necessary health protocol, you just had no ability to do so, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Given that, given what you know of how child's mother's handled things, do you have any concerns with her methodology of treating his respiratory issues?
I believe more could be done. I think there's like an issue where you kind of get to the bottom line as far as in what's going on. Right now, it's just kind of been the asthma pump and things like that. But as this has kind of just been an ongoing issue, and I just feel like there's more to the situation that maybe we're not scratching beneath the surface of it.
Is there an issue with nebulizer use for your son?
As far as Maya know, she has her nebulizer use that she uses, or her and the daycare uses when he starts coughing. And I ended up purchasing my own nebulizer just to have it here. But I know she uses it every day. My understanding that because it contains a steroid, that it wasn't supposed to be used often like that. But that was just from my understanding.
Okay. Do you personally know if she uses marijuana?
My understanding, yes, sir. We've had
Okay.
interactions about it, yes, sir.
Okay. And how do you know that? Have you personally witnessed her do that?
Wait
Because she,
a second, wait a second, I'm sorry. My mic, like, so again, testify to only eyewitness information or what she told you, all right? Thank you.
So,
yes, sir.
sir,
So this has been
go
our
ahead.
communications through. I'm sorry, this has been our communications through text message where she asked me.
Okay. Have you ever personally seen her smoke, use marijuana?
I have not.
Okay. Have you ever seen her drink alcohol?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay. Does she ever drink to the point of being intoxicated in your estimation?
Uh, Not to the point where blacked out, but to the point where she consumed a certain amount of drinks. Yes, sir.
Tipsy?
Yes, sir. I think yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Have you ever known her or seen her attempt to drive well tipsy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How often has she done that?
It was a few times where she's left my residence where she's been drinking.
Okay. Have you ever known her to drive with the child well tipsy?
Yes, sir. There was one occasion to where she texted me and told me that she was under the influence and asked if I can grab Quincy. She drove to my house and I was able to take Quincy, and then she remained outside until she was able to drive.
Okay. Okay. And have you encouraged her, not to engage in that kind of behavior?
Yes, sir.
And I guess the flip side, do you also drink alcohol?
I do. Yes, sir. I do. I do
Okay.
occasionally or weekends and so forth. Yes, sir.
Sure. And do you also drink to the point of becoming intoxicated or tipsy?
No, I have a couple of drinks and I kind of cut it off there.
Okay. Let's kind of jump to the visit since the temporary order hearing. I think Mr. Brimhall covered the bulk of that. Just a couple of quick follow-up questions on that. So has the child's mother given you additional time in addition to what was ordered by the judge?
On one occasion she has, and that was most recently this past weekend. I asked her if I was had a family celebration. We were cooking, and I asked her if I could keep him an extra day and return him to daycare, and she allowed that.
Okay, great. And let's talk about, Quincy. Do you think that Quincy enjoys seeing you, getting to visit with you?
Yes, sir. I think the first visit was because we hadn't seen each other so long. He's reluctant. Cried a little bit after that. It's been several occasions where when I go and pick him up, he runs out the door. It's been several times, and it's been a test this when we got off the phone, she's called me back and said he wanted to continue talking to me, and
Nice.
or was crying because we've had that. But yes, I believe, like I said, you can ask the witness that as far as the communication and how he is with me is I think he's definitely like been very attached and so forth.
Great. And so, I mean, you kind of touched on this, but you even think he's sad when it's time to go or time to stop talking on the phone, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Does he cry?
Or he has cried. There's been a couple occasions where he's cried, like I said, when we got off the phone and she's called back and said he didn't want to get off the phone, he wanted to keep talking. And so, yes, sir.
Okay. And during those times of visitation, what do you both enjoy doing together?
A variety of things, from going out to the park, we're going out shopping, getting ice cream, figuring out that he's not a big fan of some ice creams. Just kind of your normal day things, especially working with him now
Right.
on letter recognition, sound recognition. It's been a lot of that. I've kind of
Nice.
purchased a lot of items as far as in educational purposes and so forth. Just trying to be able to
Awesome.
get him to, locate some of the things that he's supposed to do at that age, as far as in, body parts, letter recognition, and things of that nature.
Okay. Are there any concerns with the child's appearance or health condition at the start of your visits when mom drops him off or do you pick up?
No, as far as, and I think it's safe to say it's a personal preference when I pick him up, and as far as in, you know, how he looks and so forth. And so, but I've done to where make sure that he's neatly groomed and he returns back, that he has, clean shoes, clean clothes, and things on that nature when he returns
Okay.
back.
Great. So now, also in the temporary order hearing, judge ordered a name change. Have you run into some difficulty in getting that updated?
Yes, sir. So I've made numerous contacts since the initial court order. As far as in the name change and birth certificate, she responded to me that she said it takes 68 weeks and so forth. And that, however, last week I reached out to her and I said, hey, we have a court within this certain amount of time. Can we get this done? I went up and printed the documentation myself. I've asked her to meet me in Killeen and meet me in the Belton to sign the notification in front of a notary. And it's just been roadblock after roadblock as far as getting it done. And so I was able to add Quincy to my insurance. However, as I explained to Mr. Brimhall, the hiccup is that once the name change goes in place, then I have to now take time out of my schedule to go back and go through the whole situation again because his name will be updated and changed. But yes, I've reached out on multiple occasions and it's documented in the app post as far as, hey, can we get this going? Hey, what's the status of this and so forth. And to this day, I literally have the documentation right here on my desk ready to just get it notarized. Because we both have to be there for the name change.
Okay, so tell me exactly what you need from her. What do you need?
I just need her.
I'm sorry. He's not using the court order to get the name changed?
No, sir, because the directions on here when it comes to the name change requires that both parties sign in front of a notary in order to get the birth certificate changed and updated. But as far as this is,
court order does that also. So unless they change the law, they.
And so I went through it, and when I looked at box 3, it literally gives you a check by check, and it says that when it gets that, both parents have to sign in front of a public notary for that to get changed.
Okay, all right. Again,
and so I went to the district.
Personally, so but you know, there may be a different form. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Let's go.
Okay. And so I went to the district clerk to get a certified copy of our records, and she confirmed that both individuals had to sign in front of a notary, and this was last week.
Okay, so all we need from mom is for her to show up in person and to sign and notarize, correct?
That's it, correct.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna
go ahead.
I was gonna say I told her I will pay for the certificate changes so we can get it to the Social Security office and so forth. But there's been no movement on her end regarding that.
Okay, a couple of quick questions. I know we're running out of time.
Yes, sir.
Be succinct, but why do you believe that it is in Quincy's best interest for you to be his primary caretaker?
When it comes to, I believe that it's best for both parties of Quincy to be in my primary care, just because as far as in the services I can provide to them, the stability as far as in the home living situation, the foundational principle of education. I believe right now there are no restrictions as far as in transportation, housing, and things like that. Quincy will be in his own environment, and just because I've done this before, I raised my son. I'm currently raising my daughters. I know personally, like I said, I can provide everything that Quincy needs as far as in that. And it's just in a situation, I just like, when it comes down to what's best for Quincy, I believe I check every box. I don't believe there's a box that I do not check when it comes to having a foundational living situation, the principles, financial, the income, the situation, whatever it needs. And I believe I check every box for that when it comes to their respectful. I've always had great communications with her. I just check all those boxes where I think there's a lot of things on her end that she falls short of, and whether it's a living situation, financial, you name it.
Got it. Okay, and then just a couple of quick yes or no questions. Are you asking that the judge appoint you as sole managing conservator of the child with the exclusive right to determine the child's residence with a jurisdiction to Bell and contiguous counties?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And are you requesting child support from the other parent?
Yes, sir.
And cash, medical, and dental?
Yes, sir.
And are you requesting a standard visitation schedule, the standard possession order?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe that your requests today are based on the child's best interests?
I do. Yes, sir.
Great. No further questions, Judge.
All right. Thank you very much. Mr. Gwynn, your witness.
State has no question for this
I'm
witness.
sorry, Mr. Gwynn. Miss Augustine, after Mr. Gwynn gets through with his question, you're your own legal rep, so you are allowed to ask questions of Mr. Sterling also. So if you want to start getting prepared with any specific questions, go ahead and do so at this time, ma'am. And if necessary, we can, well, this is probably not going to end the day because of the us getting started a little late. We can always recall him as a witness, but for right now, if you have any questions after Mr. Quinn gets through, I'll allow you to ask them. Thank you. You may proceed, Mr. Quinn.
See,
You may proceed, Mr. Quinn. Sorry. Thank you.
thank you. Any questions the state has would otherwise have already been covered by today or previous testimony, so no questions for this witness at this time.
All right, then, Ms. Augustine, do you have any witness questions of Mr. Sterling at this time, ma'am, that you can think of?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's your first question, ma'am? I always have lay people running by me first. What's your first question?
How many kids do you have?
All right, mister, how many children do you have, sir?
5.
So you don't have 6 kids?
5.
Okay, name your children, sir. Thank you.
Quinn Eugene Sterling Jr., Jalen Joe Heisman, Chase Cheyenne Sterling, Charlie Quinn Sterling, and Quincy Augustine.
In Dallas, right?
No. That's speculation that she has with some other person, but no.
I'm sorry. Again, you have been legally found to be the father of any other children, correct, sir?
No, sir.
All right, you may proceed, Ms. Augustine.
You said I have text you asking for marijuana. Are you able to provide those text messages?
Yes, I can.
Can you provide it?
Yes. I just need to know how the court needs to. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, I can.
And you said that your last time seeing Quincy was in May, right?
What?
You talk about
Correct.
May 25 now, when that incident, that time frame?
The last time he saw Quincy was in July.
His testimony was, ma'am, that he saw Quincy in May of 25 and then didn't get to see him for 8 months. What's your question, ma'am?
Have I not ever invited you to take Quincy to his doctor's appointments?
Okay.
No. You asked me, was I able to pick you and him up there? And at the time, and I told you it was a last minute notification, and that was the only time that you instructed. That would happen one time where you texted me that you weren't able to get a ride, and it was within 30 minutes. And I told you I need more heads up time prior to that. That was
I
the
had a
exact
car at
response.
the time. You told me you forgot.
Ma'am, you're asking questions now. You're not commenting. Just now, sir. Just finish the question. Stop. All right. Thank you. What's your next question, Miss Augustine?
You stated you don't know that Quincy have a pediatrician already?
Correct.
All right, ma'am, you'll be able to testify to that when it's your turn. Next question.
That's it.
All right, thank you very much. Anything else on redirect, Mr. Brimhall?
I'm going to be really fast. I just have 3 quick questions. Mr. Sterling, I just need like a true or not true on all 3 of these questions, okay?
Okay.
Did you pay $700 to Miss Benjamin before the birth of Quincy for prenatal expenses or care or other support that she may have needed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you pay?
True. I'm sorry. I apologize. True.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Did you pay approximately $1,012.81 in various electronic digital payments to Miss Benjamin since the birth of Quincy in various amounts?
True.
Okay, so
True.
all the various amounts total that amount I just listed, correct?
True.
Okay. And then finally, you were the one that actually paid for Miss Benjamin's bail originally in the total of $2,270. Is that true?
True.
And then she reimbursed you $1,200 on or about 7/16 that same year, 2024, correct?
True.
And so there's an outstanding balance of 1070 that she owes you or may owe you for the bail you paid. Is that right?
True.
Okay. All right. And you're not asking for any back child support, is that right?
I'm not. No, sir.
And are you requesting that that you not be ordered to pay any back child support if you are ordered to pay child support going forward?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
True. Yes, sir.
Okay, that's it. That's all I got, Judge.
All right, Mr. Tanaka.
No further questions, Judge.
All right, Mr. Brimhall, call your next witness.
Okay, I'll call Miss Benjamin, or Miss Augustine as she's listed on screen. Can you hear me okay?
Yes. Yes,
Is-
sir.
What is your current legal last name? Is it Benjamin or Augustine?
Augustine Benjamin.
Is it hyphenated or not?
It's hyphenated.
Okay, all right. Do you have, okay, so your full name is Tanisha Shanta Augustine Benjamin hyphenated.
Yes, Tanisha Shante Augustine Benjamin.
Okay. Okay. And you are the same person that is identified in all of the Bell County records as Tanisha Shanta Benjamin. Is that right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And there's been several exhibits already pre-admitted that directly refer to you by that name, including number one, there's a jail record which says that you were booked into the Bell County Jail on 7/4 and booked out on 7/13. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. And so you served approximately 10 days in the Bell County Jail. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you were indicted on or about October the 23rd, 2024. It was a 3-count indictment. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And all of these criminal documents are in Bell County cause number 24 DCR 90208. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's 3 counts because there were 3 children that it was alleged that you had left alone essentially, and intentionally abandoned is what you were charged with, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that was Mackenzie, Hazel, and Quincy. How old were Mackenzie, Hazel, and Quincy on or about July 4th of 2024?
7, 2, and 2.
And 2 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like 7 years old, 2 years old, and 2 months, or a little over 2 months?
Yeah, a little. Well, she was a little over 2 years.
A little over 2. Okay, so 7 years old, 2 years old, and then 0 but 2 months old. Got it.
Yeah.
And all 3 of these counts you entered a plea for, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that plea was entered on or about December 11th, 2024. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I've submitted a copy of that as my exhibit number 4 is what I have it listed as. But you have received a copy of that from me, and then obviously as part of your own from your own criminal defense attorney. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And as part of the plea agreement, on page, I believe it's 5 of the PDF. The pages aren't numbered, which isn't helpful, but I believe it's page 5. It contains a judicial confession that says, upon my oath, I swear my true name is Tanisha Augustine Benjamin. I'm 28 years old of age. I have read the indictment or information filed in this case, and I committed each and every act alleged therein. Do you understand what you agreed to there?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Brimhall.
Yeah.
It's in evidence. You don't have to read the documentation. I know what a deferred
Okay.
document. So let's move on. Thank you.
Okay. All right. And then there were 3 subsequent orders, one for each of the counts, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And those were all pleas of guilty, and then you were sentenced to 5 years on deferred adjudication. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you have is the name of your probation officer Brittany Hanslachek?
Yes, sir. Brittany Hanslick.
Okay. And are you regularly meeting with her?
Yes, sir. I just met with her Monday.
Okay. And to the best of your knowledge, are you on time with the payment of all the different probation fees that you
Yes,
have?
sir.
Okay. Regarding the issue of drug testing, do you recall how many times you've been asked to drug test?
Maybe like 5 times. She just drug tested me Monday.
Okay, so five or fewer, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and to the best of your knowledge, all of those have come up clean, correct?
Yes, sir.
They're all UAs, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you're, as part of the terms of your deferred adjudication, you're not allowed to consume alcohol, is that right?
Correct.
And have you had any alcohol
No,
since you're
sir.
put on deferred adjudication? Okay.
No, sir.
You were also ordered to do community service. Do you know how many hours you have done in community service?
No, sir.
Okay. If your probation officer said it was 23, would you have any reason to disagree with her?
23 hours.
23 total hours?
I'll have to disagree.
Do you think it's more than 20?
I think it was more. I know it hasn't been reported for this month yet.
Okay. All right. So it would surprise you that that's what she told me is 23 hours?
Well, she haven't got this month's yet. So
Okay. All right. You're supposed to be doing 10 a month though, correct?
Mhm.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Are you receiving mental health services from any individuals?
Yes, sir.
And who is it and who are they through?
Christina Rebels, and she's through Central County Services. And I also see Sophia Franco through the maternity shelter that I was staying at.
Have you missed any appointments with Miss Revels?
No, sir. She had to reschedule me because she had me at an 8:30 appointment, and I can't do 8:30 in the morning.
Okay. All right. Now, I know there was some discussion about this particular topic at the temp hearing in February, and I have reviewed the audio recording of the temp hearing, and I would like to ask you definitively, where did you go on the morning of July 4th on or about 2:30?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Okay. So you left the house in the morning at about 2:30. Is that true or not true?
Not true.
What time did you leave the house?
I don't recall.
Was it before midnight or after midnight?
I think it was before.
Judge, I know she's pled guilty to this, but I would request that the court admonish her if any of these questions are going to implicate her in other crimes.
So you left those three kids alone. How old was the oldest child at that time? Do you recall?
She was 7.
7. Okay. And where did you go, if you remember? Oh, I think I may have lost her,
Lose
Judge.
connection? Yeah, looks like I heard that. I heard the ding. All right,
Oh,
we'll give her a couple of minutes to get back on. I'll just go ahead and stop the recording for now. All right, thank you.
yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, we're officially back on the record, and I'll allow you to proceed with your question, Mr. Tanaka. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let's see, ma'am. We were talking about July 4th, 2024. You said that the oldest child was 7 years old at the time. The other one was 2, and I believe Quincy was 2 months old. The last question I asked was, where did you go, if you remember, on that night?
Um,
I think you may be
Do
on
you
mute.
recall?
Yeah.
Do you recall where you actually went and the circumstances?
Looks like she put herself on mute, Judge. I think she may be talking to someone in the background. I'm not sure who.
All right, ma'am, here's the deal. I don't mind you talking to someone, but you can't get legal advice from anyone on what to testify to, ma'am. Remember that. You got to testify to what you know and that only, all right? Can you hear me, Miss Augustine?
Yeah. So, wait. Yes, sir. What was the question again?
Yeah, the question was, where did you go on that night, July 4th, 2024?
What was the night?
Do you recall when you went the night that was based on your conviction, ma'am, for failing to abandonment of the children, whatever the actual conviction was? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right, where did you go?
Is it door? It's over here. It's not. It's
Ma'am, stop
Judge,
that. Stop that. Here's the deal, ma'am. Whoever you're talking to, I'm getting ready to make them you leave the room. Understand? You're not allowed to have anybody else.
yes, sir.
No one's going to be in there with you unless they're a lawyer, okay? Whoever's sitting there, tell them
Yes,
they got to
sir.
go right now. All right, thank you. So, ma'am, answer the question, please. Thank you.
Judge, I'm going to ask that you instruct whoever's in the room to leave again.
Ma'am, is there anyone in the
No
room
one
still
is.
with you?
No one is in here. It's me. It's just me in here.
All right, then. Well, if there's anyone there, no one's allowed to be in here, ma'am, unless they're an attorney of law for the state of Texas. All right, ma'am. Do you recall where you went? Where you went that night that caused you to get the conviction? It's a yes or no answer right there.
No.
Okay. Don't know. That's okay. What time did you leave? Do you recall?
I don't recall.
Okay. Was it after dinner?
I don't. I don't recall.
Okay.
Man, was this something again? Was this the 4th of July?
Yes.
She should be allowed to take the fifth, and the court can make any reasonable inference from her invocation of the fifth.
Well, I'm getting ready to cut you off on this one altogether, Mr. Bramall. I got the charges, I got the plea, I got the deferred adjudication, and I know what she did. So why are we rehashing this, sir? What's the purpose?
She neither the prior hearing or this one has she answered what time she left the children alone or where she went.
Okay, Mr. Bramall. Like I said, she's been convicted of the crime. We know she left. She was charged with it, and she's got a deferred adjudication. So let's, well, we're going over items that are already gone over. So let's move on to something I don't know. Okay, thank you.
Okay,
And again, the time, Mr. Bramall, I don't care about the time. She did it. There's no doubt about it. She did it, and she should have done it. All right, so let's move on.
Okay, all right. All right. Do you have a motor vehicle that's in your name?
Yes, sir.
What's the year of the car?
It's a 2020 Nissan Pathfinder.
Okay. And are you making payments on it?
Yes,
Do
sir.
you know how many months you're required to make payments approximately? Is it like 2 years or a year, or how long?
I think it's 2 years, I think.
Okay. What type of dwelling do you reside in?
I have an apartment.
How many bedrooms does the apartment have?
I have a 2-bed currently, and I'm on the list for a 3-bedroom.
Okay. Do you have any idea about when you will be able to move into a 3-bedroom?
I spoke with someone and they told me soon. That was all they told me.
Did they give you any window of time, 6 months, a year?
No, sir.
Okay. And you have your other 4 children living with you, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is it boy, girl, boy? Did I get that right?
I have 3 boys and 2 girls.
Okay. Right, but I'm talking about the other 4 children, not Quincy.
Oh,
Like,
yes.
What's the order? What's the order? Is it boy, girl, boy?
It's a girl, boy, boy, girl.
Okay. Now, I believe at the last hearing you testified that your two boys share a room and your two girls share a room. Is that right?
Hmm.
Okay. Has that changed since February?
Yes or no, and not, don't go, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So you, so the uh give me the ages, current ages.
Quincy 1, Hazel 3, Damien 6, Mackenzie is 9, and Kason is 8. Let me go back.
So your 8 and 6-year-old share a room. Is that true or not true?
That's true.
Do they have bunk beds or individual beds in the same room?
They have bunk beds, and Quincy crib is also in the room.
Okay. And is it a wooden crib or a pack and play
It's
kind
a
of?
wooden crib.
Okay. Um, and then your girls, the 9-year-old and the 3-year-old, are in the other room.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there any litigation pending between you and your ex-husband regarding those 4 children?
No, sir. I have custody of all my kids.
Whether in, I guess, let me be specific, whether in this state or in the state of Louisiana.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. And he's in Louisiana, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Um, and is it true or not true that he's the one that he was the one that essentially made the call to the police on the
True.
evening you were arrested? Okay. Did he have temporary possession of his 4 children?
No, sir.
Okay. And there was no subsequent legal filing made after your arrest regarding those
No,
four
sir.
children? Okay. Um, do you have access to private health insurance
I have Medicaid, and my kids have Champ VA.
through your other 4 have Champ VA through their father, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but not Quincy.
No, sir.
Okay. And dental insurance, how's it provided currently?
It's through my ex-husband.
Sorry, just for Quincy.
Oh, Quincy has Medicaid.
Okay. Um, uh, regarding regarding your where are you currently working at?
A New Day Learning Academy
And how long have you been employed there?
since March the 3rd.
Okay. How much are you making there?
13 an hour.
Where were you working in February when the temporary hearing was held?
I wasn't working at the time.
Okay. What was your last job before this current daycare?
I was a server at Marauder Senior Living Facility here in Temple.
Okay. Did you testify previously to making 14 an hour at that employer?
I think so.
Okay. Is 13 at your current job? Is there a window of time you have to work at 13 an hour before you can be promoted?
I think it's a 90-day probation period.
Okay. And then are you expecting a raise in the next 90 days?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Is this a job you intend to work at long term, or is this more of a stepping stone?
Stepping stone.
Okay. What do you ultimately hope to be doing for work? What industry?
Healthcare.
Okay. What type of healthcare? Like as a nurse or
A respiratory therapist.
Okay. Do you know what certifications that requires?
Yes.
Have you started to work on any of those? Or do you have any of those completed?
I'm sorry. I couldn't hear you.
I asked 2 questions. Have you started working on them or have you completed any certifications to get that job?
I haven't completed any certifications yet.
Have you started working on any of them then?
No, sir. I have to sign up for college.
Okay. Do you have any idea about where that's going to be?
Temple.
Okay. And have you actually turned in any enrollment paperwork or application or anything like that?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay. What's your time frame to do that?
Like a month or so.
Okay. Do you know how long the program is?
2 years.
And during that 2 years, do you anticipate working at the daycare or somewhere else?
The daycare.
Okay. So you anticipate that your income will be approximately $13 an hour or thereabouts for the next 2 years?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any, you're from the state of Louisiana, is that right? Originally?
Yes. Yes, sir.
All right. And how long have you been living in Bell County?
Since 2017.
All right. So for at least the next 2 years, I assume you're going to be within the Bell County area, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right. You don't have any intention of moving or planning to move outside of Bell County?
No, sir.
All right. Regarding the requests that have been made by the father today, are you in agreement with those or no?
No, sir.
All right. What are you asking for?
The opposite of what he's asking.
Okay, yeah. So you're asking that Quincy stay with you and he continue to have the same schedule and child support from the temp order? Is that what you're asking for? Or are you asking for something different than that?
What's on the temp order?
All right. Do you believe the temporary order needs to be adjusted or modified or changed in any way?
No, sir.
Y'all are using AppClose, correct?
Correct.
And the messages that y'all have shared, Mr. Sterling characterized, I believe is appropriate and professional or something to that effect. Are those words you would agree with?
Yes, sir.
All right. You and him haven't been name calling or using profanity of any kind towards each other. Is that right?
That's right.
All right. Regarding your ability to co-parent, um, going forward, regardless of the result of this hearing, uh, do you believe you will continue to be able to co-parent in the way you have been, regardless of the outcome?
Yes, sir.
All right. Um, Regarding the potential exchange location, uh, if it were in the middle, would you have any opposition to that?
No, sir.
Okay. And you are in the city of Temple, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if the court had y'all meet in Belton, that would be fine with you.
Yes, sir.
All right. And if the court had you drive all the way to Clean, that would be fine with you. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If um if 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 the court did change custody, would you be able to pick up and drop off Quincy from his daycare and or school in the future?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that would interfere with any of your job duties or responsibilities?
No, sir.
Regarding any summer period of possession, if the court did change custody today and you had 30 days in the summer, do you have any idea about which 30 days you would want?
July.
Okay. So he had previously indicated he wanted June and you would be fine taking July?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Regarding the issue of um, the residents of Quincy, are you in agreement that the resident should remain within Bell County?
Yes, sir.
Are you in agreement with the request that it be expanded to the surrounding counties?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Regarding the calculated medical support, child support, and dental support amounts, if the court did change custody or conservatorship in this case, the amounts calculated originally were announced to be 58 for medical support, $12 for dental support, and then 280 for child support. I believe that 280 in child support is based on 14 an hour, but obviously would be different based on 13 an hour. Do you understand those amounts and how they were calculated?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're not in agreement with them, I understand, but you understand how they were calculated.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you understand that going forward, Mr. Sterling is going to have health and dental insurance available for Quincy available through TRICARE and or other dental insurance available to him. Is that your understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Regarding the issue of retroactive child support or back support, as it's sometimes called, there are three categories of support or of amounts that have been paid to you or on your behalf. Those are the brief questions I asked to Mr. Sterling right at the end, namely just about 1,000 in various direct electronic payments, whether through Cash App or Walmart deliveries or Apple Pay or whatever. I believe there's at least 12 of those payments in various amounts. Are you are you in agreement with acknowledging all of those payments?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you are in agreement that he did pay your bond to get out, totaling $2,270 when you were originally arrested, correct?
Yes, sir.
And then I believe you repaid him $1,200 on 7/16/24. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then I believe he provided roughly $700 to you for your support while you were pregnant with Quincy, or is that correct?
No, sir. I have Medicaid.
This would have been like by Cash App, so like just direct payments to you.
Yes, sir.
Do you acknowledge those or no?
After my birth for Quincy. Yes, sir.
I'm talking about before his birth.
No, sir.
Okay, so did you not receive a payment of $200 on 9/16/23?
I don't. They don't. I don't look at every day.
Sorry?
So those are gifts. I only look at it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. I'll move on. All right. Regarding if the court changes conservatorship today and puts in place a possession and access order for you, are you wanting the same thing that was given to Mr. Sterling in the temporary order or something different?
The same thing.
Okay. Regarding his last name, the child's last name, that is, I think that I believe the temporary order already changed it, but Quincy Augustine Sterling, that's your understanding? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And I guess Augustine Sterling are the last name and they're hyphenated. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there is no middle name. It's just Quincy Augustine Sterling with two last names.
Correct.
Okay. Now, whatever paperwork that y'all need to actually get the birth record changed, it sounds like there is something that you need to complete. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And is it are you saying that you're going to complete that and work towards getting that done so that his name can officially be changed?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Remember,
I'll pass for now.
I'm
I'll
about
pass.
to end this at 12:30, and I don't think we're gonna get through, but I do want Mr. Tanaka to have some opportunity to have to get testimony.
I'll
Because
pass.
again, we're drawing up on it, sir. So
I'll pass. I think I covered everything from my notes, but I'll pass.
all right, then.
Yeah, and in the interest, oh, I'm sorry. In the interest of time, Judge, we don't have any questions. We would like to get this done, so no questions of this witness, Judge.
All right, Mr. Gwynn.
I only have a couple of questions, Judge.
All right, go right ahead.
Right, Miss Augustine, you recall that at the last hearing you testified that you were entering a job where you were being paid $14 an hour, correct?
My old job.
You objection unresponsive.
Yeah, I got the answer. It was her old job. Let's move on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Why are you not currently employed with that job anymore?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Why are you not still working that job?
Because it didn't work with my kid's school schedule.
So you accepted a job that paid you less?
It works with my kids' school schedule.
Would you agree that you're capable of making at least $14 an hour?
Yes, sir.
No further questions, Judge. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Brimhall, anything on redirect, sir?
I don't think so at this time, Judge.
All right, Mr. Tanaka?
Just one question, Judge. Ma'am, isn't it true that at the temporary orders, you testified you'd be working at that same uh, daycare center back in February? Is that true? Yes or no?
I don't remember.
Okay. No further questions, Judge.
All right, ma'am, where have you worked since the well, for the last 1 year? We're starting back. Let's go back in April of last year. Where were you? Were you employed in April of 2025, ma'am?
No, sir, I wasn't working at the time.
All right. When's the first time you got employment after after April of 2025, ma'am?
Around October or November.
Okay. And where was that?
Marauder Senior Living Facility.
All right. That's the Mirada. And how long did you work there, ma'am?
Like 2 months.
All right. And after that?
I just started working at the daycare.
Okay. So those are only 2 jobs you've had in the last over the last 1 year time frame, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right then. How many hours were you getting at Mirada?
Like 30 hours.
And how many hours are you getting now?
Around the same.
All right. All right, ma'am, here's the deal. I won't let you ask yourself questions and answer them, but is there anything, and remember, you're under oath, you're only allowed to testify to what you've seen, what the father has told you. Is there anything that you want to tell the court in a narrative form as far as your testimony is concerned at this time, ma'am? And again, don't go into long renditions. Keep it to a couple of sentences, and that way I can see whether or not you can continue legally, ma'am. So at this time, is there anything else concerning these circumstances that you want to tell the court as far as information about those circumstances, ma'am? Thank you. Because, ma'am, again, ma'am, I know you're asking me to leave you with as a conservator with the right to side domicile. You don't mind that being in Bell and contiguous. But is there anything to that end you want to tell the court about? Thank you.
No, sir.
All right, then, folks, let's go ahead and look at the closing statements at this time. And again, ma'am, you will have the right to make. I'm sorry, Mr. Sterling, your mother still waiting in there. Is Mr. Tanaka? Do you wish to call her as a witness at this time?
Yeah, again, in the interest of time, I think we'll just skip that. Let's do closing and get it done today, Judge, I think. Thank you, though.
All right, apologize to your mom for me, Mr. Sterling. But again, these are the circumstances. And so at this time, I'll go ahead and do closing statements. Ma'am, I'll let you go last. But I'm going to go ahead and let the lawyers tell me what their closing statements are at this time. And then I'm going to go ahead and let you tell me your closing statement or closing argument, ma'am. All right, so if you want to. So at this time, I'm going to do it the way we did it. I'm going to go with Mr. Brimbaugh, Mr. Tanaka, Mr. Gwynn, and then you, Ms. Augustine. Thank you.
Judge, I would, I know Miss Naya Sterling testified at the temp hearing. If there's not any objection, I would like to, before like officially closing, I would like to offer the 13-minute to 20-minute. It's a timestamp 13 to timestamp 20 on the recording, number 1, which covers her testimony. And I think that testimony is helpful and instructive for the case.
I'm going back and listen to the entire hearing again, sir. Okay, all right, because I will take this on an advisement. Because again, because of the prior hearing and because of this morning's incidents, I want to make sure I know everything and recall everything. Because since that hearing, I've had a dozen. or 2 dozen. So yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
Judge.
I'll have it in your head after a while.
Yes, Judge.
But
I find,
I plan on going back and listening to the recording, sir. So
yes.
you may start your statement. Thank you.
Okay, good. Yes. I found her to be a very credible witness, and I wouldn't have asked her anything that wasn't asked in that temp hearing. So, yes, my requests are that conservatorship do change. I don't believe under the family code that due to her Miss Augustine Benjamin's conviction, she can be named a joint managing conservator. So therefore, my request is that Mr. Sterling be named the sole managing, that Miss Augustine Benjamin be named the possessory conservator of this child, that Mr. Sterling be ordered to carry the health and the dental insurance as he currently has it set up. My understanding is it took him a little bit to get figured out, but that Quincy is officially on those insurances already as of the date of the hearing, and so that those continue to be my request. My request would be for $58 in medical support and $12 in dental. I'll defer to what the state calculates for child support. If it's based on 14, I know it would be $280. If it's based on 13, it would be slightly lower than that. Miss Augustine Benjamin does have 4 other minor children. So whatever the amount is will reflect, obviously, her having 4 other children. The child's last name should be, the full name should be Quincy Augustine Sterling, with no middle name. The parties should be ordered to cooperate with one another to get whatever paperwork is needed to get the name and the birth record officially changed. The parties should be continued to use AppClose. In this case, I think a smaller geo would be better. Bell and contiguous might require, too much driving potentially. If one of them moves to Gatesville or Burnett or Lampasas or something.
I'm probably going to be contiguous, Mr. I'm going to go with the code on this one.
Okay. All right. And then my request would be no retro for either party. Possession and access should be pursuant to the standard possession order for Miss Augustine Benjamin. The court should waive court costs due to prior military service and Miss Augustine Benjamin having been a recipient of 4D services. And the electronic communication should be continued from the temp. The temp order, I believe it was on Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday for 30 minutes, or up to 30 minutes rather. Probably, I'm assuming between 5 and 7 p.m. or something like that. The parties are doing well with communicating, so I'm sure they could figure out whatever 30 minutes works on those days. And I believe that covers everything, Judge.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Brimhall. Mr. Tanaka.
Thank you, Judge. I'll keep it brief. Largely echo what Mr. Brimhall has requested. We are requesting that my client be appointed as sole managing conservator. Again, the rationale for that is found in Texas Family Code 153004, subsection B. We are asking that my client have the exclusive right to designate residence of the child within Bell and contiguous, that mom be awarded a standard possession order visitation schedule, keep the same days and times of electronic communication, keep communication to AppClose. Sounds like that's working out well, so let's keep a good thing going. We are asking that she be ordered to pay both guideline child support and cash medical and dental to be calculated by Mr. Brimhall or the Attorney General's office. And we are just asking that you reorder her to cooperate to get the child's name changed, whether that, I guess, whatever that entails. So notarization, signature, showing up in person at a place, that kind of thing. Other than that, I think Mr. Brimhall covered everything. So it would just be our request today, Judge. Thank you so much.
Okay. Oh, and I will let everybody know, we're going to go with, everybody's got to cooperate getting the name changed. It's going to be Bell, and it's going to be Bell in contiguous counties. Okay. So that's no matter what, no matter who gets what. So that's going to be that setup. So, Mr. Gwynn.
Thank you, Judge. So the state is requesting, basic for guideline, retroactive support does not appear appropriate in this fact pattern for either party, regardless of who gains custodianship or primary custodianship. However, for the father, if he were to remain the non-custodial parent, state would request that support continue as set in the temporary order. If custody is going to flip, then state would request guidelines calculated against the mother in this case, set at $14 an hour. She was previously employed and able to make that amount. And that's what state would request, which would lead to the numbers as follows: a medical support of $58, a dental support of $12, and a monthly child support of $280.
All right, so at this time, Ms. Augustine, is there any type of closing argument you want to make, ma'am? Again, I know you want to be named sole managed conservative with the right to decide domicile. You want me to name the father, and unfortunately, that's kind of weird. But if that's what I have to do, if I give her custody, that's the way it's going to have to be set up, because that's the way the family code sets it up, and you'll have to be a possessory conservator, which is kind of stupid. But again, I'm sorry, it's just the way the things are. So, ma'am, you're asking me to name you a sole managed conservator with the right to decide domicile, and the Dan be possessory conservator with all the rights. I'll probably give him and if I do that, he gets every right under joint managed conservator. He's just going to be called possessory conservator. I get that, ma'am. Because that would be what you would be requesting as far as this court. In other words, you get custody, he pays you child support. What else are you requesting me to do here today, ma'am?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Great. All right, I know Mr. Docker kind of waited that. I said, yeah, that came up before on one case before that if you can't be named as a joint, you got to be the sole if you're the person that can't be named as a joint. That's kind of weird, but if somebody, again, I hadn't looked at this in a couple of years. If anybody knows something different about that, let me know. Okay, but again, I don't keep track of everything. Obviously, none of us do, but that might be the criteria. So here's what we're gonna do, folks. I gotta listen to this again because again, I did hear the witnesses and I recall some of that testimony, but again, I don't recall all of it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to keep everything as status quo, the current temporary order, all the current temporary orders. Looks like I've got a Zoom. Belinda, I'm not showing anything on next Wednesday afternoon at 1:30. That I can make a ruling, or I can do it or I can do it on Thursday the 30th at 9:30 at 10:15. But right now, I'm looking at probably just going ahead and setting this up for ruling on next Monday at 1:30 p.m.
So I don't understand why she wouldn't answer that one question about where she went on 4th of July. Where did she go? The judge may not care. He might not want to know, but I bet Dad does. I bet the father wants to know, and he has every right to know. So she should have to answer that question. It could give the judge a little more insight as to who should have custody, primary custody. So, Judge, you should want to know the answer to that question. And I don't know what judge in their right mind would give her sole managing conservatorship after the felony she received. And I know there's laws about giving them joint managing conservatorship, and that's what he kind of touched on. He can't give her joint, but he can give her sole, which is just stupid. If she can't be the joint managing conservator, why would you give her sole? That's just stupid. And I don't know what it is about him. I know he's not everyone's favorite judge. He's not my favorite judge either. I don't like him because I don't like the rulings that he hands down. I can get over the way he speaks, but I don't like his rulings. I think they're one-sided. I had to do it because this is a part 2. I will try to remember to pin part 1 in the comments. If not, you can go back and look. It was about 2 months ago, and at the very top it says petty, petty, petty mom on the thumbnail. But I will try to remember to do it. If not, I will definitely put it under the video in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the like button, and I will see you all next time.